Jitin Jain, you're looking at the trends on social media. Initially, it seemed there was a lot of chatter on this issue. Then the open source investigation that I looked at done by Kamaljeet Sandhu and our OSINT team seems to suggest that a lot of this chatter seems to be organized out of Pakistan. What are you picking up?
Rahul, I would like to recall the op-ed I wrote for India Today about the disinformation campaigns being run by ISPR against India in the last 4 years. And if you look today, kind of campaigns which have been run by ISPR post 370, article abrogation after the Balakot airstrikes, during the CAA protest, Delhi riots, and then during farmer protest, I mean, India has been literally sleepwalking into a narrative disaster. We have been a bruised victim of targeted information warfare and disinformation campaign by ISPR and ISI from Pakistan. Article 370 and the reaction of Muslim world was a shock for them. They could not digest the fact that India's ties with Islamic countries in the Middle East were evolving, increasing, and they were not willing to stand up for Pakistan after 370. And since then, you would notice there is a concentrated campaign emanating from Pakistan, projecting Islamophobia in India. These hashtags like, Indian Muslims in danger are continuously running from last 4 years. During all these events of, Tablighi Jamaat, CAA, lockdowns, Delhi riots, during hijab protests, there is a pattern to paint and dent India's global secular image. There is a concentrated campaign to destroy India's secular credentials and evolving image in the Middle East, especially in the Muslim countries. You take the example of Muhammad Shami, that, way he was trolled on Twitter after India lost to Pakistan. 80% tweets initially came from Pakistan. It was our people who walked into that narrative disaster. You take example of this Nupur Sharma episode. In the first 24 hours, I analyzed 70% tweets have come from Pakistan, 20% from UAE and America using the proxy.
How do you know that 70% are from Pakistan?
Qatar, Indonesia, and these Middle East. No, we have analyzed. I have the quotes. Anybody in OSINT can analyze the hashtag boycott India and you can see what is there. Now the point is, not even 4% tweets came from Middle Eastern countries. This is all Pakistan pushing edited videos, images, propaganda, and Middle East making fake handles. This happened during Delhi protest also. They created fake handles of Saudi princes. They created fake handles of, many Muslim leaders in Iran. It has happened for last 4 or 5 years, and our agencies, I mean, we are facing this not because of the great competence of our adversary. It is because of the inertia of our own babus, who are not just willing to accept and respond to this brazen information warfare against India. And no matter how many corrective steps we take after the incidents are done, the damage by these narratives, disasters, denting of India image, damage is already done. And the biggest casualties is India's foreign policy in Middle East. Rahul, you take example of, I think we discussed on your channel, several thousands of handles which are created from Pakistan during Delhi riots. They posted fake news like how Muslim women were evicted, how Delhi police was killing Muslim children by cyanide gas, all fake tweets. And handles were created, disinformation was posted, and then propagated by leaders like Rahman Malik from verified handles, and then those handles were deleted. Now the point is, India has to stand up, India has to accept that we have been targeted, and India has to expose these campaigns of ISPR in Pakistan. Otherwise, you let 2-3 years more come, and you will find these religious frictions in Indian society, more riots, more hate campaigns, more speech. I mean, no doubt there is no smoke without fire. We have made our mistakes. Nupur Sharma may have made some erroneous statements, but Pakistan has now, capitalized the art of creating mountain out of a mole. You do the slightest hate speech or make a loose comment by any, fringe element, Pakistan will propagate that comment into the Muslim world as a mainstream Indian policy. Now, this is the problem we are facing, and that is why this, 15 Muslim countries, they don't even allow other religions to practice their own faith in their countries. These are standing up as some secular, great, the protectors of free speech in the world and lecturing India. This is not Middle East or Muslim world. This is ISPR and their campaigns in Pakistan, and Muslim countries are falling prey to that ISPR campaign. And India's establishment has to realize, do the damage control and take corrective steps. And the only solution for this problem is to give a Pakistan taste of its own medicine.
How do you propose that be done?
I mean, expose them every day. they hit you by one stone, you expose them. I mean, they are lecturing us on voting rights of Muslim, how Muslims are cordoned in Indian democracy, how many Muslim candidates are in a particular party. In Pakistan, how many Hindu MPs do you have? A non-Muslim cannot even become the Prime Minister of Pakistan. These are the people who marry children and then they are creating all this ruckus in our society. I mean, who are they to lecture us? The oldest continuing civilization in the world on religious freedom. In India is a land of multi-religious, multicultural society. We have enough inner tolerance, and you know the off the record comments in a live TV debate as they have been projected as a mainstream India's government policy. And this is not one incident, Rahul. You take the example of hijab controversy. You analyze how many tweets came from Pakistan. I mean, and forget after 370, you know, the tweets like, you know, Kashmiri policemen have killed 500 soldiers. Indian army has killed 5,000 Kashmiris. All this fake news has been emanating from Pakistan. You take the example of farmer protest. Most of the fake handles which government wanted to block were run by ISPR. I mean, anybody could social engineer and send them a fake link and track their IPs.